Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Colleen at crackedfemalecode.com. Okay, so I'm going to take a clip from the last video because it's an important segment. The last video is pretty long and I want to make sure you get this and hear this. It's important to understand this segment to understand what is different about communication when it comes to women and what women value, or what their neurology, what their nervous system is hardwired to value. So the last video was about the jackpot. I think the title was give women this #1 jackpot. There's something that she is hardwired that she needs to receive, and if she doesn't receive it, she'll never feel that you ever loved her. She worked hard, she tried to get you to love her, but for some reason, from a woman's perspective, you just refuse to love her, and it really hurts, but you actually do love her, and you express that love to her daily, but she can't receive it in the male way. So let me say it like this: the way a man loves a woman is not the way a woman receives love. That's very, very important to understand, and once you see it, it's going to change the game. So essentially what we do, both men and women, we love the opposite sex in the way that we receive love, which is the opposite of the way that they receive it. And that's the problem. The way that a woman tries to attract a man is so foreign, so odd and strange, it literally pisses men off. And women are like, what are they mad about? I'm trying to turn them on. No, never do that to a man. That's going to enrage a man. So that's another subject. But it's one of the subjects of how we're so opposite that when we try to make someone like us, it pisses them off. The other one is love. We truly believe, but Mike, that's love. Yeah, to a man, but not to a woman. Now she feels the other way. But Mike, this is the way you express your love. Well, yeah, to a woman, but not to a man. He's not going to understand that. And he can't receive love that way. Okay, let's get to the segment of the video that I pulled out from the last video. Now, I'm going to give you the jackpot. I'm going to give you the reward. I'm going to give you the thing that she's bitching and moaning and complaining about. Here's the thing. If you give her this, all the bitching and moaning suddenly disappears. It just goes away. Because this is what she is neurologically wired for. It is, you know how women say, he doesn't meet my needs? Most men think, oh, I gotta do better at having better sex. Yeah, I gotta buy Viagra. I gotta watch the video on how to get her off. But no. Here's the other thing. Sex is the celebration for getting what she wants. For you, sex is the main meal. For women, sex is the dessert after the main meal. And this is what men have a hard time understanding, because sex to you opens you up to your heart, which is what you're really doing it for. You want to feel good. It's a great feeling after you make love. It's why you want to do it. She wants the same feeling, but she can't get it from sex first. She has to get it through the right brain language. And I'm going to give it to you right now. And I've said it hundreds of times. Well, maybe not 100, but women want something called emotional fulfillment. And you're like, oh, emotional fulfillment. That's it. Yeah, I'm going to go out and do it now. You don't even know what it is. You don't know how to do it. I'll buy her some roses. That's not Here's the thing. If you don't do this, when you buy her those roses and hand her to her and say, I love you. And every woman, I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, you get me in front of your mother, your pastor's wife, your pastor's sister's wife, or wife's sister, and any woman you want, and they'll be like, yeah, he's right. If you give a woman a gift and say, I love you, she's going to look at you like, oh, you cheap son of a bitch. You don't even care about me. Side note, okay, this is an interruption into the video. So here's the reason why. Women value emotional communication efforts. The male brain goes from A to B. I love you. That's it. And women are like, that's it? That's all your emotional expression of love? Fuck you. And they get really pissed off. You think by working 60, 70 hours a week for 6 months that that's the way you express love. So here it takes you away from her. She never gets to spend time with you. And then one day, for one moment, you hand her the keys to a Bugatti, a Ferrari, a $100 million diamond ring. That's it. A morsel of your love. Women value right brain communication, emotion, expression. I didn't say cry. I didn't say be Mr. Passionate. She just needs you to learn how to describe it in the way that describes her emotions, in a way that she can feel your emotions. Now that takes time, that takes effort, and that's what she's looking for. That's how she knows that you care, because you're taking the time to put the effort into words, communications, and emotions. That's love to a woman. Handing her $100 dozen roses and saying, I love you, that's emptiness. That's zero. This is why you'll see women after months of dating a guy, maybe even years, being married to a guy. He'll hand her a dozen long stem roses, which cost him over $100. And he'll say, I love you, and hand her the roses. She takes the roses. She says, really? That's it? Wham! Slams it on the ground, destroys the roses, and starts either yelling or just walks away. Okay, sidebar, I'm just coming back to this. I want to give you this note. So what she's looking for is emotions. She wants to feel emotions. She wants to feel the emotions that you have inside you for her. So when you hand her an object, including a flower or a rose or candy, it's just a thing. And my ex-girlfriend used to go, oh yeah, men and their thingies. And she said it in a very negative tone. Women don't like external things outside of their body. The rose, the flower, the Porsche, the Bugatti is nothing more than a symbol. It has zero emotions. That's why women think you're cheating or you're taking a shortcut. She's like, he doesn't give a shit about me. And you're like, it's a freaking Bugatti. What do you mean? You as a man, you value external things because your left brain is the external brain. It's about gold and jewelry and diamonds and money and cars and houses and roses and dinners and paying for things. So you think she's going to know that I love her. No. Her mating system isn't connected to that side of her brain. That's logic. That's the external brain. Yeah, it makes logical sense, Mike, but I worked 60 hours, 70 hours a week, and I saved up for 6 years to buy her that house, to buy her that car. I worked hard. It has zero emotional value to you. When someone buys you a Bugatti, buys you a $5 million home, that's the jackpot, but not for her, and that's the problem. She thinks you care so little that you're taking a shortcut to getting it to her pants. She's like, yeah, he doesn't care about me. And that's why women say that, like, oh, you don't care about me. And it pisses you off, doesn't it? Because you worked your ass off. Every hour, every minute was because that's how much you loved her. Sidebar, no matter how much you express your love, no matter how long, no matter how hard, no matter how much male effort you put into it, it equals zero emotional value to her. And everything is about emotional value. For men, it's about physical value, physical gold, physical silver, physical $100 bills, physical car. These are two different subjects, two different values. No matter how much you try to express your valued value, it means zero to her. Secondary side note, if you think when I say emotional value, oh, so what you want is you want me to take her to the movies and start crying. No, I didn't say cry. I didn't say be emotional. The the two letters AL change the meaning. It literally means communicating in the right brain language, the five senses language. When you can communicate in that way, she can receive your communication. In order for a woman to understand you, she has to have an emotional experience of what you're saying. If she has no emotional experience, which is right brain language, she can't understand you and she thinks you don't give a shit. Now, here's how you do it. Now, you're going to have to learn how to do it in the course, but here's the way it's supposed to work. When you hand her that rose, 3 roses, or a dozen roses, she's looking at that as symbolic of your love. Now, she's waiting. Remember, her mating system's nerve curves off to the right brain. That's the emotional 5 senses processor. This is what they value because this is, number 1, their home. They're born using the right brain. Number 2, her mating system, the sexual drive, is connected to the right brain's communication system. Yours is connected to your eyes through the optic nerve. Meaning it's done through the ears. I'm pointing at my ear right now. It's through words. Through what kind of words? Logical? No. Right brain, emotionally fulfilling words. This is the jackpot. What she's waiting for you to do is to describe your emotions in the right brain internal descriptive way. When you do this, now she knows you love her. Now she feels it. Now she values your expression of love. You hand her a dozen roses, a Bugatti. Babe, I bought this for you because I love you so much. She's going to go, okay. And she's waiting for the emotional expression through the right brain language. If you don't know how to speak the right brain language, well, you're kind of, I'm just going to say it, shit out of luck. You want power, you want sexual power, you want relationship power, you want something to bring to the negotiation table. Now you get to say, okay, here's what I got, and you shove it all forward into the middle of the table and say, I call. She's going to go, and I fold in a good way, saying, take me, honey, take me. She wants to feel your emotions, your love. And the only way it is possible for her to receive is in the internal way. It can't be received externally because her system is designed to receive it internally through the internal right brain language, which I teach in my course, Cracked Female Code. Okay, let's go back to your regular viewing source. So we're going back to where I cut in, okay? Where I left off. Now, the challenge with teaching you how to do this is it takes hours and hours and hours to do it. It's a concept your brain, I'm telling you, when you first come in the door, the first 2 days, you're going to look at me like, okay, none of this makes sense. And at first it won't, but about around the 3rd day or the end of the 2nd day, some of the pieces start to connect. And then you start going, oh, wait a minute, I'm starting to see something here. By the end of the 3rd day of the training, your brain really catches on fire because you're like, holy shit, and you start having memories of when your wife yelled at you, your high school girlfriend. Maybe it was even your mother because she wanted you to do something you completely misunderstood. Guys, I'm telling you, we are doing everything in 2 completely different ways. We are that different. Okay, watch this. So the jackpot for you as a male is a fucking brand new fucking Ferrari, a brand new Bugatti, a brand new $5.5 million home, plus $7 million in the bank account. For you, you'd be fucking thrilled through the fucking roof. Now, a woman likes this. Don't get me wrong. Everyone likes nice things. But this is not love. And this is not what when a woman says, I have needs, money, cars, silver, gold, diamonds, a house, none of this will ever meet those needs. In fact, they're not even in the same room. They can't. It doesn't trigger these neurological needs that a woman has. And again, it's not her vagina, it's not her nipples, it's not her groin. It's something inside her emotional system. If you want to truly learn what the jackpot is, the reward of all rewards, that goes above and beyond the call of duty, buy my book, Cracked Female Code, at crackedfemalecode.com, and then take my course, Cracked Female Code. It normally was 5 days, but it was too much of a rush. So I've added the 6th day, same price, and I've also added 2 free coaching sessions before you even come in. In fact, I'm probably going to have you do maybe 1 or 2 more, because when you come in, I want us to be ready to fly, to where you don't have to have too much information because before it was just too much for 5 days. So I started doing pre-coaching, and that's what's working out really, really well with guys. And again, there's no extra charge. Go to crackedfemalecode.com right now, buy my book, Cracked Female Code. Better yet, buy my ultimate package. Get the ultimate package, normally $235. Now it's only $77 for a short time only. It includes all my books, the hidden language, an intro to it, and a 1.5 hour consultation session with me where you can ask any questions you have about my book, Cracked Female Code, or get the girl or sex signals, okay? I normally charge $250 for an 1.5 hour consultation. All that for $77 right now. Go to crackedfemalecode.com and buy my ultimate package.